Hey YouTube, it's Weird Paul. It's time once again for my monthly thrift store score video. Today, we'll take a look at my thrift store haul from October of 2016. Everything that you see in this video is purchased at a thrift store, unless I say otherwise. And unless I say so, everything was $1 or less. Let's start off today with books and magazines. First, I found this 1980 Fang Face paperback, based on the late 70s cartoon series by Ruby Spears. A 1979 Flintstones The Year Christmas Nearly Came to Bedrock paperback. A 1981 Mighty Mouse's Submarine Adventure paperback. And a 1971 Roadrunner Looney Tunes cartoon paperback. This was published by Xerox. I found a 1985 Pound Puppies A Bark in the Dark storybook. It came free with Downy and or Zest. This kid has them all, even two of some of them. Here's a 1983 Popeye's Big Surprise hardback and a 1987 Alf A Day at the Fair storybook. I got a classic Choose Your Own Adventure Space and Beyond paperback from 1980. I loved reading these. This is really cool, a 1976 This Is SeaWorld book, featuring the Salute to Superheroes water skiing show. And from the same year, a whole book of bicentennial postcards. I was 5 years old when people were sending these. The cover is missing, but this is the 1983 60th anniversary issue of Time magazine. Hershey Golden Almond. And this is a 1940 issue of Life magazine. Interesting that people even had B.O. back then. Here's something disgusting called Prem. And here's what Snap, Crackle, and Pop looked like. Also came across this 1976 Amazing Spider-Man Sticker Fun book. One of my most favorite things that I found this month was this 1978 issue of Super Mag. Super Mag was a kids magazine, and I still have a couple issues from when I was younger. The Hulk centerfold is missing, but it does have a great Scott Baio article.
Scott Baio bought 12 cans of tuna and a carton of cigarettes.
Here's a few other books that I found at a library book sale. A 1966 Raving Mad paperback, the classic 1978 Muppet Show book, two more Choose Your Own Adventure paperbacks, these ones are from the late 80s, and a 1965 Munsters Great Camera Caper hardback. Too cool. Let's move on to my audio scores. I got two cassettes, the classic Rainbow Rising and Tom Petty's Southern Accents, plus two CDs, Johnny Cash's Cash and Jerry Southern's The Dreams on Jerry. I didn't get any LPs this month, but I did get a few singles. Sunshine by Jonathan Edwards, Miko's disco version of Close Encounters, and a picture sleeve 45 of Cheech and Chong's Blowed On. And last but not least, The Empire Strikes Back book and record set from 1980. Time to check out Miscellaneous. I got some more ornaments for this year's retro Christmas tree. Two Snoopy ornaments, this old fuzzy reindeer, and a Merry Christmas 1977 glass ornament from Hallmark. I got some pens from Giant Eagle and Kennywood, and this one with a big brain on top. I got four Smensels, scented pencils that smell like cherry and grape, and a Monster High pencil. New erasers include candy, a cobra, sugar skulls, a teddy bear, rubber duck, Christmas, a peace sign, and seashells. Here's a matchbook from Mary, Pat, and Mike's wedding in 1982. I wonder if they're still together. I got a whole bunch of Hello Kitty magnets, and this large Disney Animal Kingdom magnet. I got some more keychains for my collection. A rubber duck, Las Vegas, a couple of American Heart Association dogs, Cubone, and a Jeep. I got a few new stickers like Guitar Hero, Nindarin, Winnie the Pooh, Merge Records, and Troops in White Do It Right. This pin was a pretty good score, Charlie Brown getting a letter out of the mailbox. I also got this vintage Charlie Brown school decoration and this Halloween window cling. Here's somebody's prize artwork. What would make someone want to get rid of it? I just don't know. This is one of the great surprise finds of the year. Diary of a Big Fat Butt. Today, I went to the Rainbow Loom store to buy underpants because Rafa said there were underpants there, and I needed new underpants because my old ones were too small. When I got there, I asked for a size 9. They said, "We don't sell underpants, and where's your parents?" They had to drive me home. My parents were so mad that I got grounded. I told Rafa that they don't sell underpants at the Rainbow Loom store. He said, "Thanks." I got some vintage postcards from Germany and France, some fantastic vintage bridge tally cards, and some super keen vintage greeting cards. Here's a photo of someone who won first place at their Halloween party in school in 1979. It's just one of a huge amount of photos I bought of people that I don't know. And I got these, X-rays of the bones of people that I don't know.
This guy's got a bone disease. I never seen nothing like it.
We gotta move on now and see my few video scores. Mel Brooks' Robin Hood, Men in Tights, and Bridget Fonda in Point of No Return. I also got some VHS tapes. Lion in Winter on Embassy Home Video, and Legend of the Werewolf on Interglobal. Here's Yo Yogi from 1991.
Let's go!
Yo Yogi was a cartoon series that had 3D segments. But when you watch it, there's just some scenery in the foreground that scrolls by. Not really that impressive. Sorry, Yogi. I bought this tape that's marked Wrestling 6, and I was happy to find that it's 1990's WrestleMania 6, taped from pay-per-view.
And you will be on my side. And what you gonna do when the ultimate power of Hulkamania destroys you?
And continuing my collection of other people's home movies, Renner and Paul's wedding tape shows us just how romantic feeding ducks can be. And this tape of a 1990 vacation in Niagara Falls in Canada is great. A whole breakfast for 99 cents. And that brings us to the last category, toys and games. One of the only things I didn't get at the thrift store was this original strawberry shortcake tray puzzle that I got at a library book sale for $1. I only paid more than $1 for one thing the whole month. I paid $1.75 for this Caddyshack trivia game. The only person I know who could challenge me at this would be my sister. Someday there's going to be a showdown. I got 22 Viewmaster reels, including Mucha Lucha, Disney, Fairly Odd Parents, and Charlie Brown. I was really excited to get this bowling pin bank. I had this when I was a kid. Now I have it again. I got an inflatable parrot, a plastic giraffe, a wind-up bee and a wind-up penguin, and a pirate and tie-dye rubber duck. This is pretty amazing. It's a 1989 Kenner Police Academy action figure, Captain Eugene Tackleberry. Another one of my favorite things this month is a 1979 Matchbox Kellogg's Rice Krispies truck. I also got a 1999 Matchbox parade car and a Clone Wars skateboard. And I finally own my first hacky sack, and it's from Pepsi. I found a bunch of trading cards. Almost an entire set of Beanie Babies Beanie Mania cards from the 90s, and almost an entire set of the 1988 Topps baseball card series. Here's an unopened pack of 1989 Topps big baseball cards. And these are the box bottoms from cases of baseball cards between 1987 and 1989. I found some vintage FisherPrice Toys. This wood and plastic toot-toot locomotive is from 1964, and this camping boat is from 1972. This chatter telephone is a newer version, but it still brings back the memories. I got a Lilu multipass and Little Hearts and Crazy Faces card games. As some of you might remember me saying, one of my favorite things to collect is small toys. I got a few Bok Choy boys and one Mighty Bean, a few Spodermen and one Venom, a couple of Catwomen and one Batman, and 3 Power Rangers. This Frankenstein came from Scooby-Doo Mystery Mates. I'm not sure whose mummy this is. There's lots of childhood friends and plenty of others that I can't identify, but I love them all. I especially like this little mouse, these skeletons, and this magician rabbit. And I have one more special find of the month. A 1959 Milton Bradley Casper the Friendly Ghost game. I paid about 75 cents for it. The object is to be the first player to move all 4 of his ghosts around the spooky path and into the haunted house. It's missing some of the wooden game pieces, but these are generic and not hard to replace. I got everything that you saw in this video for about $26. I hope that you enjoyed seeing my thrift store haul from October of 2016. If you did, don't forget to click on the like button down below. I'll see you soon with more memories. Thanks, YouTube.